Well, down here in this area, this is really the first real cold weather we've had this season. It's what, January 7th now? And we got some snow, a couple inches out there, and it's really windy, and right now it's about 25 degrees out. It's only going to be a high of around 30 or so tomorrow, and that gives us the opportunity to, well, not fire up the Van Wert, but we fired up the Harman SF3500 back there, the hand-fired hot air furnace. So put some wood and some cardboard and stuff in there about 45 minutes ago, and then got a good hot fire going, and now we've got some more coal on top. Still got a little bit of overfire air on it, so it all gets cooking. We're looking pretty close there. We could probably throw some more coal on top of that. You want to make sure you get it, kind of fill it up to the fire bricks, the top of the fire bricks. This one, I reduced the firebox size, so normally these have 6 grates, front to back, and I disengaged the rear 3 grates and put a couple concrete blocks in the back and put some fire brick in the front, so that the fire doesn't eat the concrete blocks. And it's been like that for a few years now, and it actually works really good. My house isn't very big, so I don't need anywhere near the full output of the SF3500. But I got this cheap off of Craigslist when I first moved into this house, and it was the thing to do at the time, and it really works great. I mean, when I didn't have boilers in the house and I was just using this, I mean, it was always like 80 degrees or so in the middle of winter, so no problem with heating the whole place with that. But, the advantage of the boilers is I can heat the garage, and I heat the domestic water too. We'll look at the draft. Draft is kind of crazy right now. It's actually at minus 0.05. It's windy, and we don't have a barometric damper or any other damper on this stovepipe. And honestly, I have never seen this chimney draft this good before. I burned some wood in this SF3500 a few weeks ago when it got a little cold, but it was only cold for like a day and a half, so I figured, I'll just burn some wood. And the draft was pretty crazy then too. It was actually a little higher than that, so not quite sure what's up with that, but yeah, I'm happy to have draft. You can always reduce draft. It's easier to reduce the draft than it is to come up with more draft. So yeah, that's what we got going there. On the back, our temperature in our plenum here is on the high side. It's about 132-ish, it looks like, and stack is a little over 200 on the outside there. So yeah, we'll have to dial this in some, but yeah, it's working pretty good. We'll probably just burn this over the weekend, and just because it's fun. I mean, I like running a hand-fired, but for work weeks and stuff like that, the stokers are just way easier, more convenient. I mean, all you really do is, these things eat out of their own bin, so all you really do is take the ashes out maybe twice a week in the cold weather, once a week when it's not that cold. But one of these, you gotta feed it twice a day and ash it once a day. So a little more work, but it's nice and fun, and good to get some exercise out of it. Also, this thing will distribute heat through the house fairly well in a power outage. So, I mean, it doesn't need any electricity to run. It's just that the blower on the back of it won't run without electricity, obviously, but you'll still get natural convection up through this plenum. So that's the one thing that's really nice about having this hooked into a plenum, is it will, you leave the basement door open and it'll still do a fairly good job of heating the house. It'll easily heat half the house. It's just the back rooms that'll suffer a little bit. So it's really windy out, so we don't know if the power is going to go out or not. I hope it doesn't, but we've got this all fired up and ready.